Hello, and welcome back to Invitation to Puzzles, where today we have a quadruples puzzle by Pallando for you. Let me go over how quadruples work. So each of these circles needs to have each of those digits appearing in the four cells around it. So notice each of the circles is living at an intersection of grid lines, and so they each have four cells around them. And so somewhere in these, there's at least one 1 and at least one 5, and somewhere in these, there's at least one 3 and at least one 4, and so on like that. All right, there's a link down in the description if you want to give this puzzle a go yourself. And so let's go ahead and give it a try. So I do see that this 7 quadruple, it's often about overlap in these puzzles. So this 7 in this box is known to be in one of these cells, so it's not in either of those two, which means that one of these two digits is a 7. I can chase that down into this quadruple and say that I know that one of those two digits is a 7. If I look at 3s, in row 5 and 6, speaking of, let's put on row column labels. If I look at 3s in row 5 and row 6, I know that they appear in box 5 and box 6. This is what we usually call Zackwing logic. So there's a 3 over there. I could do the same thing with 1s in columns 2 and 3. I can sort of bully the 1 over there. Let's see. Where else do we have things aligning that are interesting? Let's see. The 1 doesn't quite align with anything. So we do have aligning 4s. Okay, yeah, we can place a digit, actually. It's quite useful. So in these two rows are 4s aligned. So none of these cells can be 4 because we've consumed the 4s for rows 5 and 6 from these quads. And in columns 1 and 2, the same thing is true. And so therefore the 4 in this box can only possibly go there because it's ruled out of row 5 and 6 and columns 1 and 2. So that's a 4. That's a 3 because of our corner mark, and that's a 1-2 pair. Okay, so that's something. So that does get us a 2 up here for whatever that is worth. I'm not sure yet what it is worth, but it's probably worth something. It feels like that has to be the intended break-in. I've been wrong before, let's just say it that way, but it feels like that's got to be the intended thing because it immediately got us this sort of triple. Right. Now, where is the 6 on this quadruple? Because it's not in one of these two cells because it is on this. So the 6 in this quadruple is, in fact, actually there. So one of those two is a 6. One of these two is a 6. Continuing through this sort of box 5 nightmare. Okay, so these are 5, 7, 8, 9. I don't know why I pencil marked that, but we're going to pretend that it was useful. Let's see, there's definitely a 3 over down here. I don't think I care about that yet. I do know that I need to get a 2 and a 9 in here. And it's interesting because that one's not the 2. That one's not the 2 either. Okay, so the 2 on this quadruple actually can't be there because of this quadruple and can't be there because of this quadruple. And so it's in fact there, which sorts out my 1 and 2 down here and tells me that one of these is a 1. I might have already known that if I had paid close enough attention. But spoiler, I didn't. So now one of these two is a 2. And now one of these two is a 2. because of this quad. But notice we've now got, oh, I guess we already had this. We had these aligning 2s in these columns. They tell me that the 2 is in one of those 2 cells on this particular 1, 2 quad. Let's see. Yeah, I know there's a 3 down here. I don't think I want to pencil mark it yet, though. I know where the 9 is on this 2-9 quadruple, because I keep placing digits that then sort of lop off other places, because that can't be a 9, because there's already a 9 in the box down on that quadruple. So that's the 9, which now means that one of those 2 is 9. There is a 9 up there. Okay, so this quadruple is done, effectively. Yeah, we know there's a 3 down there somewhere, but that doesn't feel super impactful as of yet. I know that's not a 1, but that's not super impactful yet. Okay, so we do know one of these 2 is a 9 because of the 7, 9. Oh, actually, sorry, we know where the 9 is, right? The 7, 9 now, that can't be a 9 because of that quad down there. That 9 looking down there, that's sort of the move of this puzzle, is that that's a 9. Okay, and now that's going to now detonate the entire center because now we know where the 9 is. But notice as soon as we know where the 9 is, we know where the 6 is and where the 7 is. And where the 2 is. And so we get all of that. We know one of these 2 is a 4, so we know one of these 2 is a 4. Just on the back of that. So yeah, the corner marks eventually paid off. Oh, and in fact, that 2 now looks up there and makes that a 2. Okay. We knew the payoff was coming. Okay, so what is left in this row? We know there's a 9 somewhere over here. So this is not one of those. This could be a 1. It's not a 2 or a 3 or a 4. Seems like it could be a 5, but not a 6 or a 7. And it seems like it could be an 8. Okay, that was not a useful thing to do. I was not supposed to pencil mark that quadruple. But sometimes the only way you learn that you're not supposed to pencil mark a quadruple is by pencil marking it. Yeah, I know there's a 3 over here, so like this digit's not a 3. I don't really know anything about 7s in particular. Because I know that digit's not a 7, so I know one of these 2 is a 7. I don't really want to pencil mark that. I know that's not a 1, so one of those 3 is a 1. Oh, I know one of these 2's a 4. That's starting to get somewhere. I guess I know one of these 2 is a 7, actually. If you look at where 7 goes in row 3, it can't go here because of that 7 quad stealing a 7. And it can't go over here because of this 7 quad. So actually one of those 2 is a 7. Which actually aligns with this and tells me the 7 is over down here, which unfortunately, I don't think quite does anything. Oh, I do have 9 getting pushed onto this quad, which is useful. So those 2 9s together bully the 9 onto this quad, because it now means that this quad, I actually know every digit in it. It's 1, 4, 6, and 9. I know those aren't 6. I know these aren't 1. But also, perhaps more importantly, I now know what these digits are. They're not 1, 2. One of them's a 3. not 4. One of them's a 5, not 6, and then 7, 8. Okay, I know those aren't 7 because of the 7s looking over like that. I was hoping that would do a little bit more. Seemed like what I was supposed to do. It's possible that it did do more, and I'm just not seeing it just yet. Oh, 2 is just placed here. I have these aligning 2s looking through here, down those columns, and I have just 2 regular 2s looking over here. So that digit's just a 2. So now I know one of these 2 digits is a 1, which is a weird 2 digits to know one of them is a 1, but it's where we are. Yeah, I guess I know what these digits are. Because I've got the 2 corner marked down here. I don't usually corner mark things in 3 spaces, but I'm going to just so that I can show you. One of these is a 7 because of our looking down 7s, and one of them is a 3 because of our aligned 7s. So these are actually a 2, 3, and 7. And that one's not the 2. Which is useful in a roundabout sort of way because it tells me that the 1 on this quad is over on this side. Which I'm not sure does a lot on its own. Oh, it places 4 in column 4, actually. Yeah, so the point is, before one of these could have been 4, but it can't now because I need to cram 3 other digits in there. These can't be 4 because of the quad, and so the 4 in column 4 can only possibly go here. So these are from 1, 5, 8, and I don't know anything about those digits. I believe is what's true. One of these two is still a 7. I wonder if I'm trying to do additional things. Like maybe I should be trying more aggressively to corner mark things in 3 spaces because that felt very deliberate. Yeah, I certainly can corner mark the 3 that's down here from the aligning pieces. Feels like I'm not going to get anywhere near enough things down here to turn this into something. Okay, what's left in the row? Still got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so if this is not an 8, these two are a 4, 8 pair, but that seems okay to me. Okay, and these are 1, 5, 8, and the other one, which is 3, I believe. Can almost ask where 1, 3, and 7 are in this row and almost get the answer. Or just like 1 and 3. I guess one of these two has to be a 1. Oh, I know which one is the 1 even. Because of the 1 pointing up here. Yeah, that I could have marked a long time ago because I did have aligning 1s. So one of these two, oh yeah, this is exactly what I was supposed to mark like a million years ago. As soon as I placed that 9, I was supposed to look at the aligning 1s and mark that one of these was a 1 so that I knew that these were 1, 2, 3, 4. But I actually, because I didn't see that when I was supposed to, the 1 looks up and places a 1 here, and that makes these a 3, 4 pair immediately, which places that 7. So we can do that. Now these are a 4, 8, and they have to go in that order, which makes those a 3, 4. So that 4. It's not a 3, that's not an 8, or a 5 for that matter. That's just a 1 because of the 5-8 pair looking down. Let's see. Those aren't 4, apparently. That's not 3 anymore. One of these two is now definitely 7. One of those two is 4. Okay, we know there's a 3 over there. Oh, we know what this digit is. It's the last digit in the box. It is a 6, it would seem, which seems to place that 6. Means one of these two over here is a 6. Not sure that was all that pivotable. Pivotal? There we go. I can say words too. Yeah, that was a big miss, was that this was here for so long. I think that was the big thing that I was missing. Let's see, what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 7, and 8. One of these two is 3. Doesn't seem to do much. I know where the 1 is on this 1-5 quad. The 1 is there, which actually gives me that 1, which actually gives me that 1. One of these two is 5, so that one certainly isn't. Quads are great at sort of going from useless to useful at some point in the process. Because they like just one digit getting placed can do a lot of damage to what you can say about a quad. Let's see. I could make an argument that this digit's definitely 4 or 9. I don't know. I don't know how eager I am to make said argument. Maybe I'll make it in a different way by writing in the fact that these digits, because we have a 5, 7, 8 triple in the column. So we've got the 1 up there. We need a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we know this one's not 4 or 9. But what I noticed is these could never be a 4-9 pair because it would make a quadruple in 3 digits with these digits. And so the other 4-9 is definitely here, which actually gives us the other kind of quadruple between these digits. So these are 5, 7, 8, and the other thing, 6. I think that probably made things an enormous amount worse to have marked that, but what are you going to do? It is too late to undo it. Let's see. What about this column? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, and 8. One of those two being 4 for sure. That doesn't seem super useful. Probably there is a correct quad for me to look at now. But I'm not sure I know which one it is. Let's see. Okay, I can fill in what these values can be. So they're not 1, 2. They're not 3 because the 3 is looking down. They're not 4 or 5 because the 5 is looking down from this. So they could be 6, not 7. They could be 8 or 9. It's maybe not as helpful as I could have fantasized about. One of these is a 2. We've got the 1 already. I know that one of these two is a 7. Is that somehow secretly more useful than it sounds? I mean, it does tell me this digit's not a 7, at least. So one of those two is a 7. Yeah, one of those is a 3. One of these two is a 3. What's left in this box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and not 8 or 9. Oh, so this digit's a naked single 7? Because the 3 is on the quad? That's weird. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. This row's pretty packed, and so that cell in particular is never 1, 2, 3, 4. Why isn't it? Oh, it's not 5 because of the pair, which is a little oblique. It's not 6, could be 7, and it's not 8 because the 8 in the box. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a naked. Oops. Not all of those are 7s, but that digit's a 7, so that's a 3, which makes that an 8, a 5, and a 3. Makes that a 5. No 7s over there, no 3 there. Places a 7 up there. 5's over there, no 5 there. That's a 5 for this thing now. Making that an 8, 7, and 8. I wonder if I didn't see that the way I was supposed to. It doesn't really feel like the intended path from the rest of the puzzle. Like, everything else in this puzzle has felt like really like, oh yeah, that's the thing I was supposed to see. Random naked single doesn't quite feel the same as the rest. So I'm guessing that probably Pallando had something cooler in mind that I just did not see. Okay, so we know there's a 2 over there. We know there's a 7 in one of those 2 cells. 5, that's not 4. Let's see. I do know one of these 2 is a 7. In fact, let's just fill in this whole column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those aren't 6, 7. So these 2 are 5, 9. So these 2 aren't 5, 9, which means they are 7 and 6, which makes that 5, 7, and 6, and 3, and 2, and 7. 3, and 2, and 4. 3. One of these 2 is a 2. Let's see, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems like it's an 8. Making that 6 and 8, 1 and 6. Let's see, that digit is a 9. One of these is definitely going to be a 2, just by fortune. But let's see what they are. They are 2 and 5, I believe, in that order, making that a 2 up there. That seems to be a 1. Making that a 9 and a 1 and a 5 and a 9 and an 8 and a 5 and a 3 and an 8. And that digit is a 3. Very nice puzzle there that definitely gave me a run for my money, I will admit. That was trickier than I thought it was going to be at the start, but there are a lot of very nice tips. I think the end... I think probably I missed something that would have made the ending here a little bit more elegant, because it didn't seem to fit with the logical theme of the rest of the puzzle. So I'm guessing something got lost in translation there at that moment. But anyway, thank you to Pallando for submitting the puzzle. As you can do over on the Zeta Math Discord, you can submit stuff for the Invitation to Puzzles series, as long as the difficulty is appropriate. And then you can see me do your puzzle in this series. Do please leave a like on the video. Leave a comment with how you got on, and let me know what thing I missed, because I bet some of you in the comments will tell me, oh, you missed the blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah, and I will go, oh yes, the blah-de-blah-blah-de-blah. I should have seen that. But I always appreciate it when people point those sorts of things out. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I look forward to hearing your blah-de-blah-de-blah comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.